Good morning, everybody. It's Kevin at Bear Creek. It's July 27th, 2020. Beautiful sunny morning. We have had nothing but a very wet July, and the last week it's been extremely humid out here too. I'm going to do a quick update here on my 1.5 pound hive experiment. I'm sitting in front of my my 4 hives here. If you remember, back in May, I brought in 2 packages and 2 extra queens. I split those 2 3-pound packages into nucleus colonies in half, so I had 1.5 pounds each, and then I just bought 2 extra queens. And this is an experiment just to see what we could expect out of an experiment that they had over in Germany, I believe. And I just wanted to see if I could confirm it, and that we could maybe save some money if you ever bring in package bees. Save some money, split your packages in half, add a queen, you know, maybe instead of spending $150 on a package, now you're just down to 75 plus a queen, so $100 rather than 150. So again, it's July 27th, and I installed it, I don't know, somewhere around the end of April, I would guess. And I just wanted to give you an update on how things have progressed. Our honey flow is over here. It only lasted a couple of weeks. From the end of June, probably like around, I don't know, maybe the 21st of June to the first week of July. That was our honey flow, and after that it just shut down to a trickle, mostly due to the rains, humidity. Our basswood flow this year was kind of non-existent, so they really put it away for a couple weeks. But you know, it is what it is. Mother Nature is a fickle beast. But as you can see, 3 of my hives, I do have honey supers on, and this one here, actually I have 1, 2, 3, 4 supers on. One's a deep. Now, the deep I put on just because I wanted to build out comb, not because I wanted to fill up, and they really haven't really touched it. But I have clearing boards on. I put clearing boards on yesterday to get the bees down. I have, on this hive here, I have 2 full supers of honey. I have a third that's half full, and this one kind of non-existent, but I'm clearing all the bees out. And like I said yesterday morning, I put the clearing boards on, and I'm just going to take a quick look. It's going to take a few days to clear all the bees out of here, but just kind of wanted to show you kind of what we have here. That's kind of funny. Look at that. It took about a day to clear the bees out without any fuss or muss. But this is what we're dealing with here. There's no bees on there on this colony. I just put this on yesterday about noon, I would guess. But real nice. Here, I'll actually bring it up. Beautiful honey frame, packed full of honey. And I got 8 more friends just like it here, and 9 more friends just like it there. So I got about 35, 70 pounds of honey just right here. Probably another 20 pounds of honey there. So, you know, for a 1.5 pound package, I pulled in 90 pounds of honey on this one hive. Now this was my most productive hive out of the 1.5 pound packages. This hive over here was my second most productive, but it only produced 1.5 supers of honey, and the bees have yet to clear out of this one. They're still in here. It's not too awful bad, but it's fully capped, And that's why I put the clearing boards on, because if it's fully capped and we enter a dearth, you know, I don't want the bees to start consuming it. So I put the clearing boards on. And my boxes are in good shape. And I have this seal on here so that it prevents robbing with this, with this foil Reflectix. Puts a good seal on to prevent robbing. And bees will clear out of here in just a couple of days, and I'll be able to pull off my my honey, and then maybe get extracting in a little bit. I did swap out some frames from this box to this box just to get, you know, full box of capped honey on this one. My third hive here, I don't know exactly what happened to it. It was in a 4/4 nuke and doing extremely well. And so I converted it and I put it into a 10 frame box, and I also put a super on it because it was doing so well. And then all of a sudden it just started going backwards. I have no explanation for it. Queen stopped laying, just everything. And so I went in, you know, did a check. Queen is still in there. There is bee bread and there is, you know, nectar, and I don't understand what happened, but they actually went backwards. There's literally only 4 frames of bees left in this colony. I took the super off and I put the lid on, yesterday or the day before, just to try to compact things and maybe spur her into a little bit of production. Maybe they had too much room. I do not know what shut her down, but she did shut down. So we have to keep a close eye on this. This colony here, now, when I had converted all these into 10 frame boxes from the 4/4s, this one, she wasn't laying at all. She stayed, so I just put her in a 5 frame box and left her alone. And then somehow magically she just started, and I put another 5 frame box on top of her and she filled that up. So I stuck her in a 10 frame box, and I was way behind, 3 weeks behind these other ones, and she filled that box up and I put them in there, and then I put 2 supers on, and she has one of these filled, or they have one of these filled, and the other one is half filled. It doing extremely well for such a late start for that hive. So 3 out of my 4 1.5 pound colonies are doing extremely well, and I just consider this experiment confirmed. I think that if you want to maximize your packages when you buy 3-pound packages, splitting them into a half and buying a couple of extra queens, as long as they're quality queens, that's kind of the key. If you get some duds, I have bought some duds before, but if you get some good quality queens, hey, you know, sky's the limit for these. You know, we'll see how these progress through winter, but so far so good. So experiment confirmed. Love my experiments. Getting a little bit of honey off of it. All is good. I think the honey actually will pay for my packages this year for these 4. So that's all good. So till next time, take care, happy beekeeping, and remember, all beekeeping is local.